Are you thinking of switching to cloud to boost your productivity? Or maybe you're struggling with an on-prem system and wondering if switching to cloud would offer you some relief. I've had the misfortune of working with on-prem systems, and I've seen the pain that they can inflict through manual upgrades, IT and maintenance costs, and even data loss due to equipment failures. And I'm here to tell you that cloud really is a breath of fresh air. With the cloud ecosystem having the scale and support that it does today, there really is no on-prem use case that you can't achieve in the cloud. And the benefits are legion. If you're using an on-prem system, you're likely very familiar with the ways that it drags on your business. First and foremost, it means buying and maintaining physical servers and supporting hardware. This is a cost in its own right, but it also comes with the added complexity of knowing and configuring to match the scale that you'll be running at, and manually reconfiguring when requirements change. This requires a lot of expertise to get right, meaning you'll need dedicated IT resources to handle it. In addition to the hardware, with an on-prem solution, you're also, deceptively, responsible for the software as well. You're responsible for keeping your system up to date, and you're responsible for taking backups. If your system isn't kept up to date, you lose out on newer security patches, leaving you vulnerable. You miss out on newer features, and if your system gets enough out of date, bringing it back up to speed can take as much effort as a full reimplementation. And if backups aren't taken properly, you can lose critical data in the event of an equipment failure or natural disaster. With cloud, this is managed for you by a team of experts on the same infrastructure as tens of thousands of other customers, letting you depend on their expertise and take advantage of their economies of scale. Hardware is completely abstracted away, so you don't even need to think about it. Updates to the software are regular, so you always have the newest security patches and latest and greatest features. And backups are taken daily and stored redundantly in multiple locations so that you can never lose data due to an equipment failure or natural disaster. Now, when we're talking about the transition to cloud and about how their system will perform relative to an on-prem solution, they often wonder, what happens if the internet goes out? Well, in this day and age, that's a fairly unlikely occurrence. Internet infrastructure today is roughly on par with the power grid in terms of reliability. So if your business is able to operate under the normal risk of a power outage, then it will be able to operate just fine with a standard cloud configuration. If you are the kind of company that requires generators to ensure business continuity, then there are similar options available to support cloud, such as a secondary ISP or a 5G backup router. Is it stable and reliable? The fact is, with inecta Cloud ERP, you're relying on the same backbone that powers all of Microsoft's proprietary services and a substantial amount of global internet traffic. Microsoft guarantees 99.9% uptime for their cloud services. And in practice, it's historically been closer to 99.98%, with outages only affecting some regions. The only outage we at inecta have had to deal with in the last 5 years was the CrowdStrike outage, which lasted less than an hour and only affected some users. Will it be performant, and will it be able to handle our workload? At its core, the system running in the cloud is the same one that would be running on-prem. Its performance is directly tied to the resources that are allocated for it, and Microsoft ensures that it always has the resources necessary to perform the workloads you need it to perform. If the system is being updated regularly, won't we be blindsided by unexpected changes? No. Updates are performed extremely regularly, twice annually, with patch notes provided well in advance. There's also a transition period to allow you to upgrade on your schedule. Our team at inecta will always ensure that the latest version of our software is compatible with your workflow. Will our system be less secure than an on-prem system? Absolutely not. inecta's Cloud ERP uses the same enterprise security system that powers all of Microsoft's cloud, which is one of the most secure out there and which is managed by the world's foremost security experts. At the end of the day, you're a food company, not an infrastructure company. Let the cloud handle the infrastructure for you so that you can spend less time worrying about it and more time running your business.